Yo, 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 what's up, party people? It's your boy James Flaming, and it's hard to believe, but we're a couple days away from finishing 2023. So what I want to do is create a year-end video, a recap of the wonderful 2023. And how I'm going to present this video is I'm going to rank the 12 months of 2023 from first place to 12th place, but going in chronological order. So what I want you to do is stop this video for a second and rank the 12 months of your 2023. What was the best month and why? It's important for us to reflect on the fun times because time moves quickly. If we don't slow down and reflect, we're gonna miss out on the great memories. So let's check out my 12-month wrap-up rank. Starting off with January. January was my 9th best month, and here is why. First, I got to see my little brother Jason finish out his high school soccer career at Masters Academy of Vero Beach. Specifically, to see his senior night soccer game was such a treat. They had such a great season. Unfortunately, they lost in the district semifinal to one of our biggest rivals, but they played so much better than the other team. It was so fun to watch him. Also in January, I got to see some of my best friends, Josh and Maddie MacGyver. They are missionaries in New Zealand, and they visited Vero Beach, Florida, and were able to actually share in my classes at Masters Academy. And then lastly in January, I got to go to rock the universe with the freshman class of Masters Academy. And not only did we get to experience the fun at Universal, we got to see one of my favorite bands that I have liked since I was a child in middle school, Skillet. Skillet is such a great band. It was cool to see them play. Moving on to February. February was my 10th favorite month of the year. The two main things that made this month fun was one, our high school retreat at Masters Academy. The high school retreat was a wonderful opportunity for our high schoolers to bond and do life together, and we had such a great time having fellowship with one another and growing closer with the Lord. The second thing that made February fun was a rodeo trip I took with our juniors at Masters Academy. This was, I believe, our second time doing the rodeo trip over at Westgate River Ranch. It was such a fun time hanging out with them and seeing some crazy rodeo action. Moving on to March. March was my second favorite month of 2023. And here's why. The biggest reason was the Masters Academy senior trip in 2023. This was such a fun time with some of my favorite students. I bonded so well with this class. Actually, this class I taught since they were freshmen. So I got to teach them from freshman to senior year, and we were a close-knit, fun group, and we had a great time in Gatlinburg, Tennessee, doing all sorts of crazy things like zip lining, going to Dollywood, and just having a fun time in a cabin. It was such a great experience, and honestly, they're memories I would cherish for a lifetime. Rolling over to April. April was my 5th favorite month of the year. In the month of April, my FCA's 4 beach volleyball team won the FCA Fellowship of Christian Athletes 6-week season tournament. It was such a great time. Shout out to Ryan the Hen, shout out to Sophia Ott, shout out to David Adams, as we were the winning team. On top of that, we had a fun time going on a boys trip. Me and my two brothers, Jason and Joel, and my brother-in-law, Jacob. We successfully won an escape room, and we had a great time go-karting. Such a blast. And then to cap the month off, I had the esteemed pleasure to DJing the high school dance at the school I taught at. And we were busting down the moves and having some fun, just dancing the night away. The month of May was pretty stellar as well, and I rank this month as my 8th favorite month of 2023. The biggest thing that made this month crazy cool, but also bittersweet, was the 2023 Masters Academy graduation, where my little brother graduated, and all the students that I just mentioned that I taught since freshman year graduated as well. It was a proud dad moment, even though I'm not that much older than them. And to see them grow in their relationship with the Lord and graduate high school and move on to their next season of life. Then on top of that, in the month of May, I got to have a fun time reminiscing and having a reunion with some of the lifeguards that I worked with last summer, 2 summers ago, back in 2022. We had a fun time bonding with one another, enjoying time at the beach, and just doing life together after not seeing each other for a while. And then last but not least, that FCA Volleyball League there was another season. So we were the champions last month, and then I developed a new team with some of my friends, 2 of my roommates, shout out to Brett, shout out to Jordan, a good friend named Karina, and a good friend named Bethany. And our team name was Bethany Strikes Back. And we were ruthless, crazy good until we lost in the final. But it was a fun time nonetheless. Moving and grooving over to the month of June. The month of June was my top favorite month of the year, coming in first place. It was a doozy of a month, and here are the reasons why this month was the best month of 2023. First, in this month, specifically on June 22nd, I became an uncle for the first time. My brother, big brother Joel, and sister-in-law Becca had a child. Shout out to Posey, as she was born during this month. So that was such a fun experience. I love being an uncle. Additionally, on top of that, in the month of June, I started my new job here at Pathway Church on June 1st. And I'm 6 months in, and I'm so grateful to the Lord for this wonderful experience working in the youth and young adults ministry here at Pathway Church. Then on top of that, I had a fun time in June on a boys trip. With shout out to my boy Alex, shout out to my boy Joseph, Josh, and my brother Jason. These 4 dudes were in a Bible study with me for 3 years, meeting every Wednesday morning before school, going through the book of Romans and many other books like it. And we had to celebrate the end of a fun Bible study because they all left for college. So we celebrated by going to Michigan, a road trip to Michigan. So many good memories, stopping in several different places, hanging out with my boy Tim. Shout out to Tim Long. And it was just a great experience. Well, it's hard to follow a month like June being my top month, but July was pretty great as well. And I'm ranking the month of July as my 3rd favorite month of 2023. Here's why. In the month of July, the youth group that I work for at Pathway Church went on our summer camp trip called Passion Camp in Daytona Beach, Florida. And it was such a great time to kind of jumpstart my new job in the ministry at Pathway Church. You know, such a fun time seeing students go crazy, having fun at camp, and ultimately seeing so much life change happen in the hearts and minds of our students. Additionally, on top of that, my family and I had a fun time going on a little getaway, a little vacation in Lake Wales, Florida, enjoying quality time together in an Airbnb, and obviously celebrating our niece Posey, as she was just born a month prior to that. And it was such a great time. And then lastly, in the month of July, I got the opportunity to preach in the main service at Pathway Church. And not only did I get to preach, I was able to do a rap at the end of my message. I felt the Lord leading in that way. It was kind of scary, kind of daunting, but it was a great time rapping one of Lecrae's songs at the end of the service. All right, halfway through the recap, 6 months down, 6 months to go, moving to the month of August. The month of August was my 11th favorite month of 2023. Not a whole lot of exciting things happened in this month. The coolest thing that probably happened was my FCA Fours beach volleyball team for this season was an amazing team with amazing friends. It included David Adams, shout out to David Adams, shout out to Jordan Gurton, to Katie Manzi, and my brother Jason Flaming. Though we didn't get first place, second place, or even third place, I think we got fourth place. It was a great season nonetheless. And then on top of that, the new school year started. Though I'm not teaching anymore, I'm still the chaplain at Masters Academy, a private K through 12th grade school, and I have a stellar programs team, a team of students, high school students, that help me plan chapel and plan fun things in chapel. So shout out to my programs team. You guys are thebomb.com, baby. Moving over to the month of September. The month of September was my 12th favorite month. Bottom of the barrel. Why? Because not a whole lot happened in the month of September that made the crazy news. But the one thing that did happen a lot in September is I got to see a lot of cool sunrises in the month of September. I try to make it my custom to see the sunrise every Sunday morning, if I'm able. And September's sunrises did not disappoint. Shout out to October. October was my 6th favorite month of 2023. A lot of cool things happened. First, Me, my boy Joseph, my boy David, and several other gentlemen got to participate in a drama for our prime timers at Pathway Church, the 50 and up crowd. And the dramatization was of the Lord's Last Supper. So we got to dress up as the 12 disciples. I honestly can't remember which disciple I was, but I had one line to speak. It was great, it was fun, super hard, keeping a straight face when I'm looking directly at Joseph Nettles, all in his full-blown tunic. And we did it though. I think everyone was blessed by it. Additionally, the school I work for, Masters Academy, has a Spirit Week dodgeball tournament every year. And the staff at Pathway Church and Masters Academy collaborate to make an ultimate team. And we won the tournament. Let's go. We won last year as well. Back-to-back champs. Oh, victory tastes so sweet. Mwah. Also, the month of October is Pastors Appreciation Month. To celebrate one of our favorite pastors, Pastor Nate Swearingen, we decided to decorate or prank his office to show our love and affection for him. As an Ohio State fan, we made sure we doused that room in Michigan colors. Switching over to November, November was my 7th favorite month of the year. First, it's because we got to take Posey to the beach. I think Posey, my niece, already has been to the beach up to this point. It was my first time being a beach bum with Posey, and she was so cute in her full out beach outfit. Additionally, Thanksgiving was a blast. Got to hang out with family, play some games, eat some great food. It was a great Thanksgiving. And last but not least, we have the month of December, and the month of December was my 4th favorite month of the year. During this month, I got to see one of my closest friends that I've had since middle school, day one, baby, get married in this month. Me and a couple other of my good high school friends I haven't seen in a minute were able to drive over to Greenville, South Carolina to celebrate Matthew Alfaro's wedding. And it was such a great time. Shout out to Matthew and to his wife Anna for an amazing wedding. God bless you in this next season. Such a good time. And then lastly, obviously in the month of December, it's Christmas time, baby. And you can never go wrong with Christmas. Christmas is one of my favorite holidays of the year. So obviously a great time celebrating that with friends and family. Well, party people, that was my 12-month ranking. That was my 2023 year-end review. Such a blessing of a year. God is good. Again, I encourage you to sit down and think through your past year. What were some of the highlights? How would you rank the months of 2023? Reflect on those things, and let's have a great new year. Shout out to 2024, baby. Peace.